Hi guys, how are you doing? How's your day coming along? My name is Muthoni Mukiri and this is Muthoni's Mission. If you're new to our channel, we love visitors. Feel at home and be part of the family by subscribing and pressing the bell. So I love today's topic. I do. But before even going to today's topic, today we're talking about reasons why you're, I think five. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 5 reasons why your relationships don't last. 5 reasons why your relationships don't go beyond 3 months, beyond 5 months. Why your relationships do not last. It's a very interesting topic, but these are things I have done in my single life. These are things that I had to sort in my life, and I feel like I want to pass them over to you. They might be of help to you in some way. Yeah, and before I go on, I just want to tell you guys, I see you guys, I see you. Those who come to my DM, those who stop me by the road, qua traffic, those who stop me in the supermarket, in the hotels, to tell me that you love my YouTube channel, those who appreciate me, those who send me gifts, those who send me emails. I love you guys, and I am so happy that this content works and it's working in your lives. A lot of times I find myself wondering, is this what I should really be doing? Is this information really helping you guys as much? But every time I feel like, God, I need a sign, or like is this what I need to be doing? If somebody just sends something to me, somebody just sends a DM, somebody just tells me, Muthoni, don't stop what you're doing. Muthoni, what you've done, what you're doing has come through for my life. So thank you so much, guys. I see you, I hear you, and I'm not gonna stop. Sometimes, I'm human. I'm a human being. Sometimes I feel like, okay, do I need to take a break? Do I need to stop? Do I need to divert my content? And I ask myself a lot of questions. But every time I see you, when you tell me how much you're healing from my content, how much you become more confident, how much you're raising your self-esteem from my videos, that just makes my day. That just is usually confirmation for me to keep doing what I'm doing here. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. 5 reasons why your relationship do not last. Number one, you jump into the relationship too quickly, very quickly. You're just seated like this waiting for a man to just sweep you off your feet. You meet a guy, after 1 week, 2 weeks, you're already their girlfriend. And then I'm like, whoa, calm down, Weka breaks kidogo, my sister. So let me tell you one thing about us as women. This is mostly focused on women. We are so beautiful, my God, we are so beautiful. We have like our mountains here, like our girls here. We have beautiful eyes, we have the hair, we have hips. We just walk with glory. We are such nurturers. We are such amazing human beings. And when you deny the man a chance of chasing that beauty, you're doing a very big injustice to yourself. Men love to chase. Men are chasers. They want to buy you coffee. They want to buy you flowers. They want to take you for lunch. They want to call you every day. They want to just breathe your name throughout the day when they're hitting on you, when they're chasing you. Don't deny them that. Don't deny yourself that moment of feeling like a princess, of knowing you're the prize. God, it feels so amazing. It is so, don't deny yourself that. Don't deny the men that. And also, the reason why you should not rush, number one, is because that time you're taking before you become their girlfriend, you're getting to tick the box. You know what I mean? There is also what you want from a guy. There is also what you want to tolerate in a relationship. So it's the interview phase. You're taking that time to get to know if he's compatible, if he's what you want, if he has respect, if he's God-fearing, if he is of good character. Don't deny yourself the chance to get to know this man for who he is. Don't deny yourself that chance. Number 2, what have I said? Don't deny him a chance to chase you. Man, it feels so good, by the way, when they pamper you, when they're buying you flowers, when they can literally do anything for you, and then you just take that away from yourself. Why would you do that? And you know how we say, I've said it here before, sometimes it does not mean because you've not become his girlfriend, like it doesn't mean you're not interested. There's something we say, let him chase you until you catch him, right? So don't jump into a relationship too quickly. Take that time to get to know if this is a guy you want as your boyfriend. You're very precious and you're very beautiful and you're amazing. You just don't want anybody to come into your life anyhowly. You just don't want to date anybody. Why would you just want to date anyone? Sindio? So take that time to get to know this person. And I said this another time. When you start going out with someone or going on dates, and then you find he has differences in his character, he's inconsistent, he's lying, he's not what you're looking for, you drop him, you move on. Let's not just see a guy just because he's tall, because he has a nice car, because he looks good physically, or because he has good English. You automatically decide this is the man of my dreams. Don't. Get to know them. And also, don't deny yourself a chance of feeling like a cute princess and of feeling amazing and of being pampered during the first days of dating. Don't. The earliest that you should be somebody's girlfriend is 2 months, by the way, the earliest. So I don't want you DMing me, calling me, or somebody just randomly tells me, oh, it's been 1 month, I'm so heartbroken, he left me. 1 month? At what point did you go on dates? At what point did you vet this guy? And at what point did you become his girlfriend, to the point that after now, this month, you already hurt, you're crying? You know what that speaks about you? Something is not right with you. You know, like you've lived your whole 28 years, but a man from nowhere, he's not your family member, he's not sometimes even of your tribe, he's not even your neighbor, he's from I don't know wherever, comes into your life, and after 1 month you're crying all over. Something is not right with you, mama. So the first thing you need to stop doing is what? If you want your relationships to last, the first thing you need to stop doing is to jumping in too fast. Get to know these guys. Let them pamper you. Let them give you the world like they tell us. Let them chase you. Don't deny them. Also, let me say this. Sometimes when you have worked so much for something, when you find it, you really treasure it. For example, for me, I am a sucker. I love perfumes. I love perfumes for real. So sometimes when I buy these normal ones for Bath and Body Works for 1,000 bob, I can just wear it anyhowly. Sometimes I wear it even when I'm sleeping, when I'm just at home doing nothing. But when I save my money and buy myself a designer perfume, that perfume, I just wear it for special occasions. Sometimes I just come home and just want to smell it and just put it back in the box. And for the designer one, I don't even throw away the box. And even sometimes, even when I'm done with the perfume, I want to keep the bottle so I can keep seeing it. I can keep sniffing it because I worked so hard for that bottle. It's so precious to me. Yes. So let the men invest in you. Let them hunt you. Let them take you on dates. Let them give you flowers. Let them tell you those sweet nothings. And don't rush into a relationship. Don't. Number 2, you're too desperate. You cannot stay without a man. You are so desperate for dating. You're so desperate for marriage. You just want somebody in pants to just hit on you so they can marry you, full stop. Don't be desperate for anybody. Do not be desperate for anybody. Desperation comes with giving up, with thinking time has gone so much, all is lost, or with comparing yourself to people. You know how sometimes, I remember during my single days, at some point, I saw like 3 of my friends have gotten engaged. We're just going to other people's baby showers. So-and-so has gotten married, so-and-so. And then you feel like God has forgotten you. And then you feel like, I really need someone in my life. So you start dating a guy, you realize he's toxic, or he's not your type, or he has bad quality or bad manners, and you really think you can change him, and you really want to make it work. You know what happens? You know you can lie to everybody else, but you will never lie to yourself. You know you don't want a man who takes drugs. And then you meet this guy who smokes weed the whole day. He smokes weed the whole day. He's taking alcohol. And you know you cannot, that is not something you want in a relationship. You decide to settle with him because you're desperate. Do you know what happens? After 3 or 4 months down the line, you will realize, this man is not the man for me. It will catch up with you. So don't lie to yourself. Do not be desperate. God's time is the best. And I said that time when you're waiting, when you're single, when you're waiting, don't just sit there. There are things you can do to continue improving yourself, to continue doing little things before even he comes along. Cindy. So the third one is you have no idea what you want in a relationship or what you want in a partner. You do not know. This is something I said. You have to know what you want in a relationship before you go in. You have to know the kind of man you want. What kind of a guy do you want? I want a guy who's financially stable. I want a guy who is kind. I want a God-fearing man. I want a man who will be consistent. I want manifest. Know those things. Such that by the time you're getting to go on dates with this guy and you realize he's the opposite of what you want in a man, it will be so easier for you to just wash your hands and move on. Sindio? And we said, when you meet someone and they start treating you badly immediately, or you realize they're disrespectful, your goal in life is not to go changing men. You're not a rehabilitation center for broken men. You drop them, you move on, right? And I said, don't think you can change anybody. Consider how hard it is to change yourself, to stop yourself from doing something, so you can stop thinking you can change someone who doesn't even know they need to change. Right? Yeah. So know what you want in a guy, and also know the goal for the relationship. If you're looking for a relationship so they can start paying your rent, if you're looking for a relationship so you can stop being unhappy, those are not reasons to go into a relationship. You have to be first happy alone. You have to be happy alone. And it's so unfair, and it's such unrealistic expectations to put on someone to say that his job is entirely to just make you happy. My sister, if you're not happy alone, nothing will ever make. If you're not happy inside, if you don't know how to seek your happiness without anybody or anything else, then nothing will make you happy. Sindio, know what you want in a partner, such that, if you don't know what you want, you will just settle for anything. Man, why would you just settle? You're so beautiful. You're so precious. Don't just settle. Know what you want, and when you meet them, they start being disrespectful. They start ghosting you. They start planning dates and they don't show up. They stand you up and you're left there alone. You cut it off. You don't meet a guy today, next week he asks you for a date, he doesn't show up, and then you start asking him, what have I done to you? Oh God. Take your esteem somewhere else, my friend. Cindy, yeah, know what you want in a relationship. Know what you want. I said this. We are wired to think that happiness will just come, or when you go to school and become a doctor, happiness will come, or a lawyer. But this channel, I know this channel, but the ideal reason, actually one of the reasons for this channel, is to show you that you can seek your own happiness, that you need to be deliberate to make yourself happy, that you don't have to suffer, and it does not have to be painful. It does not have to start with agony. And your story, no pain, no gain, whatever. Who said you have to cry in all your relationships? Who said they have to beat you up in order? Who said? Yeah, so by the way, one of these days I'll do a video about how we are addicted to pain and suffering, and why we think it's okay. It is not okay to keep crying in that relationship. In all your relationships, they're messed up. You're always, going crazy. Every relationship breaks you. It's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to be, Mama. It's not how it's supposed to be. The fourth one, you do not know your value as a person, as a human being, as a woman. You do not know what you're bringing in that relationship. You do not know how valuable you are. You don't know your qualities. You don't know what you stand for. You don't know who you are as a person. Self-awareness is a very important tool. And I keep saying, the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone of every other relationship you will have with anybody else. If you have a toxic relationship in yourself, that's what your relationships will be, because you do not know any other way. Cindy, know what you're bringing to the relationship. And you can look at the list. How number two, number three, I said, look at the qualities of the guy you want. Have them, write them down even in your bathroom mirror, up on headboard, on your headboard, on your bed, and be looking at them, and also make sure you're also those things on that list. Cindy, know when you know yourself, and then you start going on a date and that guy is just talking nonsense. You just know this is not on my level. Like you just know that guy is way lower below you. Know yourself, and also your personality is not your DNA. You can change your personality. I have worked so hard to change my personality, and it's going on so well. You can do things, little things every day. I have done a lot of videos by the way. Please try to watch them. If this is your first video, you can binge my videos, and they might help you because I talk a lot about my journey and things I have done. you can improve on your personality. If you're used to cheating on your relationships, you're used to being the toxic one, you're used to crying every time, you're used to be a people pleaser, I have done all those videos. You can improve on your personality. You can work towards becoming a good person, a good woman. You can work towards your happiness so that you can be able to choose good friends, so you can be able to cut off toxic relatives, so you can also be able to choose good partners, even life partners for yourself. Yeah. So know what you're bringing. When you know what you're bringing, when you know your value, you won't settle for shit. Let me tell you, you won't. Finally, you have not healed from past trauma. There's something called childhood trauma that I talk about here a lot, and I did a video about it with an assignment that will help you overcome your childhood trauma. A lot of people go through trauma as a child, and that thing affects how you show up as an adult. The worst part is some of those nasty experiences that you went through as a child were not your responsibility, but sweetie, healing is your responsibility. Imagine. So personally, I went through childhood trauma. I talk about it a lot. I was taken to boarding school when I was 10 years old, and I was a bedwetter. I was wetting the bed. I was young, you guys, and then I went through a lot of bullying because of that. It affected me so much, you guys. I had to go for therapy later on. I had to find my childhood, my inner child. I had to heal that trauma. Chances are you're not healed, and you know how when you're not healed, you attract. When your unhealed version of yourself will attract an unhealed version. You know how trauma bond? You attract people who have gone through the same experiences as you. So if you went through an experience that made you really angry, frustrated, unhappy, chances are you'll attract someone like that. Happy people don't hang out with unhappy people, or you know how positive people who love life don't date unhappy women who cry throughout, even during the date. They don't. So work towards healing your childhood trauma, your inner child. Also, another thing, heal before you move on to another relationship. If one relationship ends, take time. You can continue going out with friends, you can get new hobbies, you can just hang out, but don't get into another relationship before you clean yourself from that other relationship. Before you look at what did not work in that relationship, how you will behave better in your other relationship, what you don't want in this new relationship, those things. Don't do a rebound, don't overlap a relationship. Always take time to cleanse, always take time to heal. Because, okay, think about it like this. You just left a relationship today, and next Saturday you're on a date with another man. Would you, and then you've already come with the baggage from this other relationship. Would you want him to date a man who also comes with baggage from his other exes and all that? And then they have to put the burden on you they want you to match up to the person they were immediately dating. Because that's what usually happens. Of course, you don't want that. Heal and don't do rebounds. We are lied to when we are told the best way to get over a man is through another man. Lie. Hang out with guys, go for parties, go for church meetings, go for whatever, but don't get in a relationship immediately after leaving another one. Take time for yourself. Take time so that your next relationship does not become exactly like your previous, or does not become worse. Sawa? Yeah. So let me talk briefly. One of these I'll talk about the key to a lasting relationship, but let me talk briefly about it. The key to a lasting relationship is working towards having a good relationship with yourself. Being happy alone and self-awareness. I've done a lot of videos on self-awareness down here. You can watch them. Knowing your values, knowing what you stand for, working on to give your partner the highest version of yourself, the honest version, the kind version, the compassionate version, the loving version of yourself. That is the key. If your partner brings the highest version of themselves, you bring your highest version. You guys, that's a powerhouse. That is the key. Working on yourself to become, to be what you want in the other person, to be that communicator, it's just putting yourself in the other person's shoes. They're your mirror, they're your reflection, And I said, you date according to the level of your what? Of your self-esteem. So if your self-esteem, if the person you're dating has, you know, you look at the person you're dating and then you can estimate your level of self-esteem, right? Yes. I will talk comprehensively about the key because I actually know the key. People know the key, but we just want shortcuts. We just want the rule to the exception, you know, the exception to the rule, I think. Yeah, so that is what I had planned for today for my single ladies, for my single peeps, why they don't last. And the reason I don't focus a lot, people tell me you're not talking to the men. No, this is about us. That is why up here on my channel it says what? It starts with you. If you want to change the world, if you want to change your relationships, if you want to change your life, change yourself. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. My name is Muthoni Mukiri. I love doing these videos. Always mention me on your stories. I always repost the stories. Thank you so much, and always share these videos. And I always appreciate you guys giving me feedback about videos that I do here. Thank you. Cheers.